Motor Mind. Hey folks, Motor Mind here. It's working on the Freelander again. Doing the rear diff bushings. Mine are knocking pretty good here since I put the rear prop shaft on. I've noticed now that rear bushings are gone. So we're in the midst of doing it now. So got the car all jacked up on the jack stands, and I just got the little floor jack underneath there, just as I'm a bit paranoid. So you know, always like the extra safety. So the first thing to do here is you need to get the bushings. So I should give you a quick look here. So you can get them out. These are two brick part ones. So you need the both side bushings. Now, these guys here are left and right. These are sided. They're specific to the left and right. If I'm not mistaken, this part here goes to the outside, goes towards the wheel. Right? So, just so you know, if you're doing this, you need to make sure you get your left and right. This is a full kit. Like I said, they are sided. And if you mix them up, if you put them on, then you definitely go in. Yeah, I have to get the bushings in. And then this is the front one. So your left and right started, and then that's your front bushing as well. And I think most likely it's usually these guys that they fail. What happens is this part here just gets worn, fatigued over time, gets brittle, snaps off, and it allows us to move up and down, and then allows your diff to kick up and down. These guys here, we're always just doing it because as this is gone, these guys here are probably not too far behind perished, and also because that's moving up and down, it's going to cause this to flex back and forth, and it's going to weaken these as well. So I'm doing the full kit. You're in there anyways, might as well do them all. On the ground here. So as you can see, there's one of your bushings there on that side. Obviously the other ones on the other side there. I was mistaken. You want the bigger part to go towards the diff, not away from the diff. So as you see, those are in there. So you want you need the bigger part to go towards the diff. And as you can see, looks like we're actually doing the weeping a little bit. Axle seal weeping a tiny bit there, but I'm not too concerned about that. There's plenty of fluid still in the diff. It's only weeping, but that's probably a project for down the road. Let's get this done. So as you can see, there's a bolt there on the front, as well as then the two bolts from the diff. So there's two small bolts, I think are 13. Yeah, so this guy's there 13, and then this guy here is going to be 15 mil on there. Alright, they're quite tight. This guy here I found is quite tight. I was even getting with a 3/8, but yeah, it's just a bit of a fight. I'm going to save myself a bit of time here. The effort is to go with the half inch. I'm just using a 3/8 for now because, as you can see around the ground, it's a bit tight. But yeah, just going to undo that. So the best thing to do is undo the bolts first. Then you want to take the diff here and you want to kick it that way to get this bushing out, because as you can see in there, it's really quite tight. It's not getting out, so you need to undo the bolts, and you got to take the drag shaft off, and then just push a diff that way, and then you're able to get this bushing out and slide it out. It's a bit of a fight, but it is doable. If you want to make things a little bit easier on yourself, it's up to you. You can always take the rear back box off. I'm going to try to leave it in situ, but if I have to take it off, then it's not a massive deal to take off. So, alright, so let's get on with this. Alright, so as I said, got this off here now, but as I said before, as you can see, there's just no way of getting that out. So that's why I say just do all three bushings, because you got to take the back ones off anyways. So undo them to get this front one out, which is one that's most likely failed. So we'll just crack on with the back one. This one's here a bit easier to access, really. Oh, I can see there's plenty of room in there, so it's not too bad. Alright, so one of the ones out in the back. So I've seen a few guys have struggled getting these out. I've seen certain channels, it took them a couple hours to get these out of here. So I'll kind of show you how I've done it. Okay, so I'm going to get out in a couple minutes myself here. I'll just kind of give you a little tip here. So what I've done is tilted it this way so you can keep the camera on there. Come on. Do this without getting my hand in the way. Tilt it that way, and then just kind of rock it back and forth. Tilt. There we go. Back there. Once you get like that, so once you've pulled up, you got to tilt it like that. Rock it over top of itself, straight out, and then the exact opposite to get it back in. So, I said I've heard guys have had struggled with getting these out. That's how you see. And the other side would be the same deal. So I'll do the other side. So it's kind of it didn't take me that long to figure that out. So yeah, that's how to get this out of there. So just a little tip for anybody who's struggling to get these rear out. So once you get this off, I believe this guy here comes out quite easily when the diff kicks off that way a little bit. So I'll show you that once you get there. So get the other side off, and then we'll move the diff and go from there. Hey folks, not gonna lie to you. These bolts are quite tight going into there. I'm using, I'm using quite a long half-inch extension, half-inch bar here, and on the back, it's turning, but it's freaking tight. So just a little tip. Yeah, if you don't have something like this, you're gonna probably struggle a bit unless you're quite strong. Yeah, because I'm definitely no weakling myself. I work out 5 days a week, and yeah, these are, you can definitely feel it's tight. So that or me soaking penetrating fluid overnight. I haven't soaked mine, but it is coming out. Just that it's quite tight. Alright folks, so got the other side out now. Like I said, that was a bit of a fight. Once I got past the corrosion and stuff like that, then it was fine. Just fighting with it to get to there. As if you have one of those big DeWalt's or something like that, impacts, you may not struggle so much. But with hand tools and stuff, I said that I was able to do it because it was quite a long ratchet. Okay, so now that's off here. Goes out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift up, move this guy over, and it may be a two-hand job. It's going to be a two-hand job. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up that diff and kick it over that way, and then you can get your bushing out. Unfortunately, I only have two hands. Alright, so there you are. So like I said, push it up and over kind of that way, and then you can take the other hand, slide it right out, it comes straight out. Like so. Right, and as you can see there, you can see it's failed. This is moving up and down. So I can move this with my hand here. Push on the back. You can see the rubber's failed, and it's just causing the diff to jump up and down and knock around. If you allow that to happen too much, then it can cause damage to your diff, and then you're replacing your whole rear differential because it's just the casting on it isn't the best, right? It's just a cast case on it, so one could knock and stuff like that. Hit it too hard, jumping out in the traffic and one too many times and you're done. So it's that. So I have to get these back in, and we'll be good to go. Also, just another little quick tip here. If you look at the this, it goes in that way. It has to go in a specific way. I see a little nub there. I want to go to the top. See, as you can see how that was sitting in there. That's where the bolts are sitting, going in. That's against the casing on the side. And even look at the shape, it's even shaped, so you have to go in a certain way. So just kind of make sure to put the new one in the right way. You want to have this towards the diff. Just give a little side-by-side comparison. There's the new one and the old one. As you can see, there's the new one there. So grab it, try and move it, nothing. Grab this guy, try and move it. So, yeah, it's Foo-Bird. So, yeah, there's a comparison. I did also mention, see, we got this guy here. These guys here don't tend to fail. Here's an old one here. As you can see, still really quite rock solid. And if you want to be really cheap, you could have left those and they would have been absolutely fine. But for the price to get the full kit, I decided, you know what, I might as well have all new bushings. You know, these are still quite rock solid. And both of them are. Here's the other one. The other side, same thing. Still quite solid, to be honest. But as I don't want to do half a job, might as well, you know, if one's failed, I will just do all of them just for peace of mind. But yeah, so there they are. Alright, folks. So got the new bushings here now. All I've done is I've nipped everything up by hand just for now. You don't want to tighten anything up. You take everything in, everything's lined up, and it's all sitting where you want it. So that way you can allow, because you need to push the diff up. You get this front one in. That's the first one I put in. I had to kind of stick my arm in. So you can kind of stick my arm in like that onto the support here to lift up, because it'll lift the whole diff up. You get the bolts and everything line up. I'd put this guy in first, and then I was able to kind of twist it and get these bolts to line up in, and then the back ones a bit more space. So I put them in the holes first. Obviously done it by hand first, and then put these guys in next after putting them in. So because this is cast and not forged or anything like that, the casting, you want to be careful not to put too much stress on this. You don't want to be wrenching on it or try to crank on it. Also, you want to make sure your bushings and everything are sitting nice and true before nipping them up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do up these guys here in the back first. Then I'll leave the front to last. That way I can, everything can kind of pull itself in, the diff and everything, pull itself back into alignment, looking good. And then I can try to keep the diff true. You know, if it was on a ramp, you could spin the wheels, have the handbrake off, have it out of gear, spin it, and just kind of get the diff to kind of go back and forth, turn the prop and stuff like that, and that can just kind of help make sure it's aligned. But this will work as well. Alright, so I've got them all in, get the bolts up, all nice and snug, as you can see. That's a job done, a job of good. So I've just gone through, made sure everything was all snugged up, all tight, doing well, you know, as tight as it was, and that should stop it when you're accelerating now. On acceleration, especially, is getting like obviously you know, it's bang, a thud as that front bushing was coming up and causing the diff to kind of bang up and down. So that should take care of that. One last job to do. And a couple more things to still doing this, but yeah, we're getting through it. Project Freelander is coming along. So that should be it for now. So watch some more videos. Click that like, subscribe please. Help keep my channel going here. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. After I'm done with doing this, put the vehicle down, put my tools away, and I went for a test drive, and the vehicle drove absolutely fine. There's no vibration, no bangs, it's perfect. Unfortunately, I couldn't record it as I can't hold my phone while driving, as I get pulled by the police. Don't forget to hit that bell and get notified when I put more videos up. Thanks.